Good morning, everyone. I'd ask you to stay standing, please, for the singing of our national anthem by vocalist Rose O'Brien.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. Good morning, everyone. I'm Yosei Marie Griffiths, the president of the great Dakota State University. It's my great pleasure to welcome you all to our 2024 Spring Commencement Ceremony, and this includes those people who will be participating online. Before we begin, I'd like to introduce some key individuals participating today, and perhaps they could wave or stand up, whichever you prefer, as I do that, so you know who they are. On the platform, we have to my right, Dr. Mark Spania, Interim Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, Dr. Mary Bell, Dean of the Beacom College of Computer and Cyber Sciences, Dr. Doreen Bennett, Dean of the College of Business and Information Systems, Dr. David de Jong, Dean of the College of Education, Dr. Mark Hawkes, Dean of Graduate Studies, and Dr. Phoenicia Homan, Dean of the Governor's Cyber Academy. And to my left, we have Dr. Rebecca Hoy, Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic and Student Affairs, Mr. Matt Paulson, today's honoree and commencement speaker, Regent Dr. Judy Dittman, representing the South Dakota Board of Regents, and Mr. Dave Giva, representing the DSU alumni. Our interpreter today is Julie Pallock from the South Dakota Department of Human Services. In the front row, we have Ms. Laura Cross, DSU's registrar, Ms. Abby Chowning, Graduate Studies Enrollment Counselor, and Ms. Brianna Feldhaus, Graduate Studies Enrollment Counselor. Well, first of all, I'd like to congratulate each of you who is graduating today. We're gathered here to celebrate your success in achieving this admirable milestone in your life and career, a Dakota State University degree. I've always loved the Isaac Newton quote, "If I see further, it's by standing on the shoulders of giants." And we're all standing on the shoulders of giants in this field house today. The giants who had the vision to establish this institution in 1881 that is now named Dakota State University, as well as those who've sustained the university over the years. The giants of your families and friends who've made choices and provided loving support day by day throughout our lives, and the giants of this Madison community, this state, and our country. Graduates, please stand, turn around, and join me in thanking your families and friends for their contributions to your success. It is a great day and a fun day for everyone. In addition to all these family and friends, and there are others that are looking remotely, we are honored to have alumnus Matt Paulson here with us today. He was in your place less than 20 years ago, graduating from Dakota State, but he's accomplished much in that short amount of time. Because of his outstanding achievements as an entrepreneur, an author, a real estate investor, and a philanthropist, we are pleased to recognize Mr. Paulson with an honorary degree, the highest of honors bestowed by the Dakota State University and the South Dakota Board of Regents. It's my sincere pleasure to introduce our 2024 honorary degree recipient, Mr. Matt Paulson. Matt Paulson is an entrepreneur with a special connection to Dakota State University. From a young age, Matt was an adopter of technology. As one of the first families in his hometown to receive cable internet access, he quickly became involved in online commerce, spending his teenage years operating a fan site about his favorite computer games. The traffic he received on the site brought in advertising money, igniting the entrepreneurial passion that he still carries to this day. When he arrived at DSU's campus in 2004, Matt was eager to grow his business acumen. Through a successful personal finance blog that he started in his dorm, he was able to pay off his college debt before graduating. A blog he developed which turned into MarketBeat.com, his financial media company that specializes in financial analysis for individual investors. Today, MarketBeat has more than 4 million subscribers and $25 million in annual revenue. And it has become the largest financial media company in the region and one of the fastest growing companies in the United States for 8 consecutive years. Matt is also an author, a real estate investor, a venture funder, and is active with the Sioux Falls Chamber of Commerce and South Dakota Enterprise Institute. He's also an active participant in several nonprofit organizations, demonstrating his philanthropic advocacy for giving back to the community through efforts with Startup Sioux Falls, which he created to empower area entrepreneurs. He supports budding entrepreneurs at Dakota State as well through the Paulson Cyber Incubator and Entrepreneurial Center. This applied learning lab is designed to help university faculty and students, along with community members, pursue their own entrepreneurial goals. Throughout his successful career, Matt has never forgotten his years at Dakota State. As an innovator, educator, entrepreneur, and philanthropist, Matt Paulson is an excellent representation of an alumnus rising to improve the world around him. I understand he has his parents are here today, and his son Micah is here, so we're glad that you've been able to join us. But Provost Hoy and Dean Hawkes, please step forward to present Mr. Paulson's regalia. Now please join me in welcoming Dr. Paulson to the podium as our commencement speaker.
When I was on a stage receiving my undergraduate degree 18 years ago, I would never expect to be standing here today receiving an honorary degree for my work and contributions to the state. So, Dr. Griffiths, thank you for just all you have done to strengthen this institution that we also hold so dearly in our hearts. I also want to thank a group of professors who invested in me personally when I was a student. So thank you to Dr. Tom Halverson, Dr. Josh Paulai, Dr. Stephen Krebsbach, the late Dr. Steve Graham, and the late Dr. Wayne Paulai. The faculty that was in what was then called the College of Business and Information Systems, they just gave me way more time than they should have. They connected me with job opportunities and value-added learning opportunities. They helped me think differently. They helped me be more and do more. So to you five, Tom, Josh, Wayne, Steve, and Steven, you made a materially positive impact on my life, and thank you. But let's talk about you all. Graduation is a celebration of the work that you have completed over the last 4 years. It's an opportunity to look back on the many memories that you have made, and it is a moment in time that you will look upon in the decades of your life to come. As you walk across the stage today, you feel like you're crossing a finish line. You had the experience, you've done the work, and now the time in your life known as college is complete. You made it through living in a dorm room for your first couple of years. You ate TC food without managing to gain more than 20 pounds. You paid your tuition, you passed your classes, you submitted your graduation forms, and now you're here. You've done all of the things that you need to do to graduate, and it feels like you're done, but really, it's only the beginning. As you head home and as the weeks go by, you will come to realize that graduation is much more of a starting point for the rest of your life than it is a finish line for the experience that you've had over the last 4 years. You are at the very beginning of your professional career. You are most likely getting ready to start a job in the next few weeks. You may be moving to a new city or moving back to your hometown, but now as an adult who is looking to make their way in the world. You may be in a place where you don't know very many people and you don't have much for professional connections. You will be at the very beginning of your professional career, and it may be scary, and it may be intimidating, and it may be hard, and that's okay. The transition from college to being a real adult is not easy. It wasn't easy for me when I graduated from DSU. It was an emotionally difficult time for me, but I'm here to tell you that things are going to be okay, and it will work out just fine. The good news is you don't have to have everything figured out today. That will come over time as you grow into your career. You'll make personal connections. You'll identify leadership development opportunities and personal development opportunities. You'll understand your job more, and then one day you'll wake up in your mid-30s and have a good understanding of how the world works and how you fit into it. Now, when you selected your major as a freshman or sophomore, you probably had some idea of what you wanted to do post-graduation. Now that you are transitioning your career, my advice to you is to spend some time over the next year really thinking about your career trajectory. Because if you can identify one problem area or industry that you want to focus on for the next 20 years and actually stick to that decision, you will be wildly successful. Working on the same problem or in the same career field for an extremely long period of time is a highly underrated way to achieve outsized career success. One of the main reasons that MarketBeat has had the success that it's had is just because I never quit. I identified an industry that I wanted to be a part of, which is digital advertising, and just kept pursuing opportunities in that field. My attempts to find a place in an industry were at first total strikeouts, but then I hit a base hit with American Consumer News, a double with Analyst Ratings Network, and finally a home run with MarketBeat. From the outside, MarketBeat looks like an overnight success, but the reality is that I am 17 years, 4 months, and 8 days into running my business, and my best work probably won't come for another 17 years, 4 months, and 8 days. Being truly great at anything requires an incredibly long period of time, dedication, and the wisdom to identify opportunities as they come along and then grab onto them. There's, of course, a common story that Thomas Edison and his team at Menlo Park tested more than 6,000 different materials to find a suitable filament before successfully creating a practical, long-lasting electric light bulb. 3 years into their work in the light bulb, they tested a carbonized bamboo filament that would generate more than 1,200 hours of electric light. Edison patented the technology in 1880, made it commercially available, and our forebears got access to cheap electrical light as a result. The reality is that breakthroughs like this happen long after most everyone else would have already given up. And of course, Edison's storied career doesn't end there, and arguably some of his best work happened later in life. He could have coasted on the success of his carbonized bamboo light bulb, but then he went on to create the first commercial electric power station, the kinetograph and a kinetoscope, which allowed for the recording and playback of movies. the nickel iron battery that was used to power early electric cars, and many other inventions. He committed his career to the commercialization of electricity, worked harder than anyone else, and devoted his entire career to it. And here we are talking about him 93 years after his death because of everything that he achieved. And now it is time for you to consider what you will devote your life to. You could devote your life to nothing and be an ordinary person and live an ordinary life. Or you could find your muse. You could find the challenge, opportunity, industry, or technology that captures your heart and devote your professional career to its advancement. You could become a student of your field, consuming books, podcasts, YouTube videos, and the like about your field. You'll probably still take your first job and work there for the first few years of your career, but while you're there, you will always be looking for the next opportunity to do more and be more with your life. You won't wait for career opportunities to land on your doorstep. Instead, you will rigorously pursue them while others let advancement opportunities go by. You will become an advocate for yourself in your professional career, because if you don't advocate for your own career, who will advocate for you? You'll work hard, you'll follow opportunities to their natural conclusion, and you just will never stop learning. You will work hard, and as the years go by, you will see other people switch industries and fall away. But your knowledge and your success will compound, and after decades, you may truly achieve something great. Now, as you begin to ponder your career trajectory, what you might want to devote your professional life to, and how you want to set up your life post-graduation, you'll realize that there are essentially an unlimited number of choices to choose from. You will make choices about where to live, where to spend your time, where to work, who to marry, and what other life choices to make. Nobody else will make these decisions for you, although some may try, but it's largely up to you to determine how to paint the blank canvas that is now your life. You could move to your hometown and take a safe job. You could relocate to New York or LA or Chicago and try to make it in a bigger city. You could pursue further studies and get a graduate degree, or you could make a more unconventional choice and become a missionary or an aid worker overseas. You could enlist in the military or become a world traveler. The number of choices are unlimited, and they are yours to make. And that really is the key. If you want to achieve happiness and fulfillment in life, you can't drift through life making the default choice over and over again, or worse yet, let other people make choices for you. If you happen to be a people pleaser like I am, it will be very easy to let other people make both the small and big decisions in your life. You may find yourself so busy trying to please other people that you will forget to please the one person who is most important, yourself. So don't be afraid of saying no. Choose to do something because you genuinely want to do it yourself, not because someone else wants you to. Don't worry about what other people might think about the day-to-day decisions you choose to make with your life, and it doesn't matter because they probably aren't thinking about you anyway. Most people are primarily interested in themselves, and we trick ourselves into thinking that other people are constantly thinking about us because we are thinking about ourselves. And it turns out they aren't thinking about you at all. So take control of your life. Make the major life decisions that are right for you. And go do the things that you have always wanted to do. If there's something on your bucket list that you want to do someday, but aren't quite sure when it's going to happen and have no immediate plans to make it happen, go figure out how you can knock off that bucket list item this year. The harsh reality is that a typical lifespan of a person is about 4,000 weeks, and none of us know when our time is going to be up. So if there is something that you have always wanted to go do, go figure out how to do that today. There is no trophy at the end of your life for dying with the most money or having spent the most time at work. So take on an attitude of adventurism and learn to say the sentence, "That sounds fun, let's do that." My parting piece of advice to you today is don't think that you have to go through this journey alone. There are many people in your industry who have been there, done that, and gotten the t-shirt. There is nothing they would like to do other than help someone who is coming after them be as successful as they have. Yes, there are a handful of people that are inundated with mentorship requests, but the reality is that a typical senior leader at a company probably has had at most one person ask them to mentor them in the last year. Don't assume that somebody is too important to meet with you, even in South Dakota. Leaders love to help the next generation be successful, so take advantage of their wisdom and their insights while they are around to offer them. Find someone who may have advice to offer you and ask for a meeting. It may turn into nothing, or it may turn into a beautiful mentorship relationship. Now, as you prepare to walk across the stage in the next few minutes, I encourage you to think about these things. Remember that today is not just the culmination of your academic career, but it is the beginning of a journey that is uniquely yours. Embrace challenges and opportunities that lie ahead with the same dedication and perseverance that brought you to this special day. Think long term and be willing to outwork and outlast those that give up after not seeing immediate results. You have the power to shape your own future and make a lasting impact on the world around you. So I encourage you to never stop learning, never stop growing, and always strive to be the best versions of yourself. The world is yours to shape as you see fit, and I have no doubt that each and every one of you will go on to achieve great things. So congratulations to you all, and I can't wait to see what you do with your lives. Thank you.
Thank you, Matt. Thanks for sharing your inspiring experience and giving some very practical suggestions to our graduates and everyone else in the room today. As a small token for being today's speaker, we present you with this gift. The heart of any university is the faculty, and Dakota State University has an especially unique faculty, individuals who are experts in their chosen disciplines and who have a commitment to and expertise in their various subject areas. Our faculty walk side by side with our students every day, often indeed figuratively lifting their students up onto their shoulders so that they may see further ahead than others. Each spring, 4 faculty are nominated and selected by their peers for special recognition. And I ask that this year's recipients who are in attendance to stand as their names are called. The Ernest T. Garden Award for Excellence in Teaching goes to Dr. Katie Anderson, Assistant Professor in the College of Education. The Merrill Hunter Award for Excellence in Research goes to Dr. Cherie Notenboom, Professor in the College of Business and Information Systems. The Dwayne Mork Award for Excellence in Service goes to Dr. Rich Avery, Professor in the College of Arts and Sciences. And the Alexander Sandy Davidson Award for Excellence in Advising and Mentorship goes to Dr. Andrew Satoff, Assistant Professor, College of Arts and Sciences. It's important to acknowledge our faculty's contributions to today's graduates. And so I'm going to ask now that all of our Dakota State University faculty stand up so we may acknowledge their contributions to today's graduates. And I should tell you, we have probably double the size of that many, but if we bring all the faculty, there's not enough room for the students and for all of you. So this is just a subset of our faculty. Our commencement ceremony includes a member of the graduating class offering a few words on behalf of the graduates. The class of 2024 speaker is Zachary Rohrbach. Zachary will be graduating today with a master's degree in Health Informatics and Information Management. While at DSU, he played on the DSU football team and was awarded Academic All-Conference 3 times. He currently works for the North Dakota Department of Health and Human Services as an informatics specialist. Welcome, Zachary. Have you got your notes, or you want to use this one?
Good morning, fellow graduates, family members, friends, and faculty. I want to begin by thanking everybody who supported me and helped me to get to this stage today, especially my family and friends who helped me during the days when classes, practices, and life felt like a monumental task. I also want to thank my professors in the school for allowing me to be up here today to share my experiences with all of you and hopefully inspire everyone in this room to leave here and be motivated to do better. This is my first time giving a public speech of this magnitude, but that is the exact reason that I wanted to do it. Not to be intimidated by this first, but to use it as an opportunity to show that we can overcome our doubts and fears and instead reframe our mindset to one of opportunity and excitement. I'm sure we all remember sitting in our dorm rooms after our parents had dropped us off at college and all of the wondering what the next 4 or more years would have in store. Wondering what friends you would make, which major you would finally decide on, how the first football practice would go, wondering how the food would taste at the dining hall, and imagining how this exact day would feel. Trying to imagine what our life was going to be like on our own for the very first time. But because of that first day, as scared college students, trying to put a sense to what it would all be like, all of the hard work in between, we are all experiencing this first day as graduates. Today will be our first day as graduates, but today will not be our last first day, or even close to it. We still have countless first days left. From the first days at our dream jobs, to the first day in a new city all the way across the country, and so many more. What makes first days so difficult? Why is the first day harder than the second day, or the last day, or even sometimes worse than the bad days? Psychologists say that the first day is often the most difficult because of the anticipation. Although we can sit on our dorm beds and imagine and visualize what college might look like, we can never get a full and accurate picture. The fear of a first day is the fear of not being able to fully understand what the events are to come. But the trick to handling this fear is that first days are not about what happens, but how you handle what happens. As former Vikings head coach Bud Grant once said, the best way to predict the future is to create it. Sometimes that can be easier said than done. How can you handle a situation that is brand new if you have never experienced it before? We can find the answer right here in our time spent at Dakota State. If we couldn't imagine exactly what our future had in store for us, we had to be adaptable. Adaptable when we changed our major for the first time, adaptable when we didn't do so great on a final, adaptable when it felt like the stress of the world was on our shoulders. Learning this trait of adaptability is just as important as any of the credits we took in our years here. And DSU provided a huge aid to this learning. Sitting in a chemistry lab, we learned problem solving, and composition taught us how to do better, how to be better communicators. And the arts and humanities taught us empathy and appreciation. All of these classes not only taught us what was in the textbooks, but also real-world skills that we can apply to the rest of our first days. So now that we understand what makes first days so difficult, and having spent the last years here at DSU learning how to best handle them, we can fully embrace these first days. A first day is as powerful as it is nerve-wracking. It is the opportunity to start over, an opportunity to begin again, an opportunity to do better. And the best part about a first day is that you don't have to wait until your first day in a new job or your first day in a new city. Tomorrow or next Wednesday or even 3 Tuesdays after that can all be first days. If you don't like your current position, if you aren't passionate about your work, or you don't feel like you're being the best you possible, you can start over at any time, and you can start over as many times as it takes to get it right. From being a scared freshman, anxiously anticipating and ruminating what the next 4 years would bring, to sitting here amongst our peers and family, armed with the knowledge and wisdom to not only have graduated, but to have learned the skill of adaptability and how to handle the unknown. Today is not our last day as students. Today is our first day as graduates. Treat every day as a new opportunity to do and to be better. Treat every day as a first day, a clean slate, a story yet untold, and follow your passions. Make impactful changes in your communities, and never be afraid to start over again. Congratulations to all my fellow graduates, and go Trojans.
Thank you, Zachary. You and your fellow graduates, please know that you will always have a place at home here. Your home is the starting place of love, hopes, and dreams. The magic thing about home is that it feels good to leave, but it feels even better to come back. Home is where love resides, memories are created, friends always belong, and laughter never ends. So may DSU always feel like home to you, just as it has for me. Now, Dakota State University degrees are authorized by the South Dakota Board of Regents, and we're pleased to have Regent Dittman with us today to officially confer degrees on our graduating students. Regent Dittman, our faculty of Dakota State University have determined that the candidates before you have completed or will complete all requirements for the degrees identified. I am pleased to concur with the recommendation of the faculty, and I present these candidates to the Board of Regents for the awarding of degrees.
Thank you, President Griffiths. Graduates, faculty, staff, family, friends, congratulations. This is a celebration for all of you. You've completed another portion of a path, a very important path because of the options that you now have with your degree. Your degree from Dakota State will provide pathways to places you haven't yet considered. It's been a common message today. Certainly, not only the physical places, but jobs, careers, and personal pathways. And now, by the authority vested in the Board of Regents of Higher Education by the state of South Dakota, I authorize Dr. Yosei Marie Griffiths, President of Dakota State University, to award the degrees recommended.
So I now call upon several individuals to assist with the presentation of diplomas. Ms. Laura Cross, Ms. Abby Chowning, and Ms. Brianna Feldhaus, and student marshals Jason Heiberger, Olamide Olasunde, and Julie Wilson, and Andon Wiesler. Now, I should let you know that a number of our remote online students and on-campus students are unable to attend this ceremony, and they're joining us by live cast. So the process we have, we will read all the graduates' names, even if they're not here in the field house. So we ask you if you would hold your applause until after all the names have been read. So please bring forward the graduates to receive their diplomas.
Thank you, student marshals. Would the candidates from the Beacon College of Computer and Cyber Sciences, Doctor of Philosophy and Computer Science, please come forward? Kyle Ronald Corman, Andrew W. Kramer, Sean Gregory Zach. Would the candidates from the Beacon College of Computer and Cyber Sciences, Doctor of Philosophy and Cyber Defense, please come forward? Ahmad Abusini, Olufemi Asabi, Malik Gladden, Chad Johnson, Jonathan Lancelot, Beulah McGee, Conti Necrondo, Daniel R. Nash, Catherine Lee Shuck.
Would the candidates from the Beacon College of Computer and Cyber Sciences, Doctor of Philosophy and Cyber Operations, please come forward? Kurt Jarvis, Thoy Thi Lam, Austin R. Norby, Anthony Guillermo Rizzi, Raven Diane Sims, Gregory Ronald Sunderland. Would the candidates from the College of Business and Information Systems, Doctor of Philosophy and Information Systems, please come forward? Andrew James Behrens, Analytics and Decision Support. Akalesh Chuan, Analytics and Decision Support. Rajesh Gadasu, Analytics and Decision Support. Michael David Nupp, Analytics and Decision Support. Christopher Lee Kreider, Cybersecurity. Kaushik Muswami Ragamathan, Analytics and Decision Support. Ali Y. Shaheen, Analytics and Decision Support. Brent A. Van Artsen, Analytics and Decision Support. Gary Zhao, Analytics and Decision Support. Would the candidates from the Beacom College of Computer and Cyber Science, Master of Science in Computer Science, please come forward? Elijah James Abbott, Cyber Operations. Arnie Roland Buse, Cyber Operations. Michael C. Clark, Cyber Operations. Kira Dean Conway, Cyber Operations. Hannah L. Drogue, Cyber Operations. Nicholas Daniel Hanberg. Jacob Lawrence Hooper. Christopher Sean Lewis, Cyber Operations. Rayanne Maureen Leister. Cameron Jade Maynard. Ryan Christopher Morganti. Brandon Scott Parrott, Artificial Intelligence. Morgan McKay Sadoff. Tyler Robert Salmon. Nora Sandison. Mason Henry Schmigdal. Tyler J. Sternad, Cyber Operations. Jessica Nicole Tarr. Tyler Martin Thomas, Cyber Operations. Jackson Cooper Zastera.
Would the candidates of the Beacom College of Computer and Cyber Sciences, Masters of Cyber Defense, please come forward? Brandon Lee Baker. Joshua Charles Bartholomew. Kirab Barheath. Telvina Tracy Cole. Max C. Davis. Autumn Grace Drizzle. Darren Dutcher. Caden Christopher Hogan. Mitchell Scott Kenyon. Austin Allen King. Boltotif Koloff. Christopher David Colesrue. Joshua David Krull. Dr. Lisa Marie McKee. Taylor Douglas Myers. Tachaku Adobe Aquafor. Janessa Marie Palamari. Dinkar Sharma. Evan S. Slomoski. London Corey Van Sickle. Chelsea Weiss. Danielle Atone Whitmaker Jr. Sherwat Kim Yoyu Yen.
Would the candidates from the College of Business and Information Systems, Master of Business Administration and General Management, please come forward? Brooke Ann Harmer. Madison A. Paulzine. Elizabeth Marie Whitesides. Would the candidates from the College of Business and Information Systems Master of Science in Analytics please come forward? Jacqueline Agufa, Ashish Bhandari, Rohith Bugrapali, Sushath Reddy Chandupatla, Lillian Jewel Dennis, Sharath Kumar Garajabu, Rajankanth Reddy Gunda, Subhash Mahat, Garrett Robert Spindler, Abdullah Tanvir, Vidya Vadapalli, Matthew David Weslow, Hakeem Rahandi Putra Adi Yatim.
Would the candidates of the College of Business and Information Systems, Masters of Science in Health Informatics and Information Management, please come forward? Michael J. King, Monica Missouri Chandra Sherkra, Zachary Brian Robach, Mitchell Terrence Wiley. Would the candidates of the College of Business and Information Systems, Masters of Science in Information Systems, please come forward? Benoni Kawabi Abagawi, Sai Javani Akula, Banu Prasad Reddy Allah, Penny Deepak Arvapali, Jacob Matthew Banghart, Vinay Reddy Barla, Nagasawa Rawao Bamanini, Sunil Chakra Boyati, Pravalika Chilara, Say Monica Chintutalabula, Venkar Doku, Alexis Lee Frieden, Alexis Hiles, Michael Lee Improvico, Aditi Jagatha, Akash Reddy Kante, Kusuma Nandan, Bala Vasai Margavaina, Venka Lakmash Mata, Sohail Mohammed Abadul, Aaron Luke Pruma Mandala, Pavan Kumar Panala, Dion Charles Reynolds, Semper Fi, Ravamajash Rudu, Canon Sankra, Krishna Shaina Salagamesiti, Sadish Sayu Vanka, Banu Mandeep Vinjala, Man Wang.
Would the candidates from the College of Education, Master of Science in Education and Educational Technology please come forward? Melissa Marie Jurgens, Courtney Noam Christensen, David Michael Novak, Jaslyn D. Peterson, Alexandra Lauren Song,
Would the candidates for the College of Arts and Sciences baccalaureate degrees please come forward? Madi N. Balashek, Denise Gabrielle Reyes Bravo, summa cum laude. Jesus Cabanzo, Andrew Cotton, Lena Culberson, magna cum laude. Brandon Noah Daniels, James Ryan Elliott, Trissa Isabel Gross, cum laude. Ezra Jonathan Hagen, cum laude. Bradley Bowen Heineman, Brianna Dolores Jonas, Christopher Charles McClelland. Autumn Marie Meyer, cum laude. Keegan Daniel Miller, also receiving an associate's, summa cum laude. Renee Moira Kelly Nemick. Emmett Mason Odney. Roger Oliette Theodore. Tyler Paul Orcutt, magna cum laude. Jason G. Perry. Adam Harrison Peak. Samuel Lawrence Putnam. Alexandra Rajinska, summa cum laude. Caleb William Roberts, also under the Beacom College, magna cum laude. Alyssa Bailey Slens. Reese Spildy, magna cum laude. Luigi Vince Thompson. Miakin Jean Vincent, cum laude. Anna F. Vonkeman, summa cum laude. Jonah Paulo Warden. Will the candidates for the Beacom College of Computer and Cyber Sciences baccalaureate degree please come forward? Tanner Wayne Adler. Daryl Kenneth Arts. Nathan Daniel Ofterar. Cameron Dane Ausman. Abigail Helen Annette Baker, also receiving an Arts and Science, summa cum laude, Center of Excellence. Evan Ray Becker. Gerardo David Beltran. James Kyle Birmingham. James Burkholtz. Josue Dofusu Bizazu, cum laude. Turner Michael Bauer, magna cum laude. Benjamin S. Bowman, magna cum laude. Joseph Benjamin Boyd, summa cum laude and General Beadle honors. Tyler Ken Brockmuller, cum laude. Philip Walter Brooks. J. Dalton Brower, cum laude. Joseph Michael Browning, also under Arts and Sciences, summa cum laude. John Anthony Brummels. Tomas Gabriel Bulk, summa cum laude. Naul Jamal Bulo, summa cum laude. Brian Scott Calise. Michael Brandon Cochran. Spencer Dean Colling. Amy Louise Collins, cum laude. Connor D. Cook. Patrick M. Daly. Matthew Danielson. Joshua Dardis. Alexander C. DeLagle, magna cum laude. Jeffrey C. DeFour. Carissa L. Durko. Daniel Joseph Hoon Eager, also Arts and Sciences, magna cum laude. Ethan Mark Eide. Chandler Eckholm. Austin Albert. Isaiah Emond. Carlos Andres Encinas. Eris Englert. Aaron Joseph Falk. Joshua T. Feger, cum laude. Andrew Vincent Flora, magna cum laude. Hannah Elizabeth Fox. Logan Charles Frank. David Scott Freeman. Johann Andrew Frudenberg. Cole Froelich. Ajmal Girawal. Cobain Vetter Gehrig. Kevin Goyens. Kevin Granlund. Chase Hall, cum laude. Connor J. Hanisch. Ethan M. Hoff. Joshua L. Hedman. Ethan Victor Hegg, magna cum laude. Tanner Ray Helgeson, cum laude. Robert D. Herb. Jose M. Hernandez Albaran. Dylan Lee Hilger, magna cum laude. Nathan Dwayne Hislaw. Brendan Douglas Huddleston. Haitham Mohammed Ibrahim, summa cum laude. Cade Christopher Jacobs, magna cum laude. Ashley A. Joseph, cum laude. Brian Kangley. Karsten W. Keller. Gunnar Harry Kelson. Lynn Kend Ko, cum laude. Marshall T. Langley. Ian Larson. Joseph Todd Larson, Center of Excellence. Lucas Ray Lighting, magna cum laude. Adam R. Levin, cum laude. Yale Lemon, magna cum laude. Dakota Lee List. Miles Paul Livermont. Mason Patrick Lloyd. Min Quang Liu. Thomas McGuire. Brianna Elizabeth McDaniel. Joshua L. McFarland. Patrick John McTeague. Jose Mendoza. Jonas Bantisher Mesfin, magna cum laude. Bo Alexander Miller, General Beadle Honors. Amanda Grace Morgan. David James Muselic, summa cum laude. Gage David Nagy, also Arts and Sciences. Kincaid Charles Noss, magna cum laude. Gabriel Fulham O'Neill, magna cum laude. Marissa Ann Osterlew, cum laude. Colton Osgard, cum laude. Sadie Ruth Palmquist, magna cum laude. Darren Reed Parker, also receiving an associate's, summa cum laude. Gavin Michael Polovich, cum laude. Austin J. Peterson. Ethan J. Price, summa cum laude. Evan Rasmussen. Tyler Roman, cum laude. Isaac D. Rosdale. Gage Shacker, summa cum laude. Adam M. Shave, magna cum laude. Elizabeth G. Smith. Grace Lynn Schofield, summa cum laude, Center of Excellence, and General Beadle Honors. Anne Elizabeth Scripture, Center of Excellence. Lucas Schachter. Jacob T. Shawd, summa cum laude. Jace M. Slattery. Alexander Grace Smith, also under Arts and Sciences, cum laude. Scott Smith. Zachary Michael Smith. Isaac Donald Sperlich, also Arts and Sciences, magna cum laude. Richard Anthony Stahl, cum laude. Tristan Stapert, magna cum laude and General Beadle honors. Connor Patrick Michael Sterrett, also being commissioned into the U.S. Space Force. Sydney Ray Stelzer, also receiving associates, summa cum laude. Ethan John Svoboda. Keith Xavier Swenson. Austin James Taylor. Connor Taylor. Casey James Tegrotenhuis, also Arts and Sciences. Jackson Ryan Trandle, cum laude. Andrew James Trask. Noah James Turner. Brett Carter Van Ort, summa cum laude. Caden Michael Vermeer. Tuan Pham Homvang. Tristan J. Wachter. Hunter Rendon Wade, magna cum laude. Kenneth Walker. Sasha A. Walker. Savannah Emily Walsdorf, also receiving associates. Nicholas A. Ware, also receiving under Arts and Sciences, summa cum laude. Taj Ware. Brent Morgan Whitaker. Davis Andrew White. Keelan Bryce Williams. Benjamin Wilson. Grace May Woodraska. Harrison Orville Yates. Helmi Rizquela Putra Adi Yatim. Kalman Lenyo, magna cum laude. Will the candidates for the College of Business and Information Systems baccalaureate degree please come forward? Ryan R.J. Walter Anderson. Chase James Arend. Uzoma Isaiah Dimiamaka. Tara Diane Duda. Blake D. Duran. Kyle Falconer. Josiah Reuben Fawcett. Curtis Rodney Flint. Lucy Luann Fodds, cum laude and Center of Excellence. Daniel Jerome Green. Trevor Russell Hamlin, summa cum laude. C. Walker Hultgren. Karen Holm Imdicki. Christy Leona Schaller Jacobs. John Devin Kirchner. Lana Lynn Matucha, also receiving associates. Devin J. Miles, also receiving associates. Caitlin May Moore. Shannon L. Newell, magna cum laude. Sarah Ann Oman. Randall Charles Pratt. Trey M. Ramstead, cum laude. Aiden Anthony Roca. Jake Samuel Romling. Ethan Allen Slathog, cum laude. Sage Victoria Swenson. Eric Robert Wold, also receiving associates. Will the candidates for the College of Education baccalaureate degrees please come forward? Josie Kathleen Barcher, magna cum laude. Jade Danielle Botello. Hattie Rose Breck. Brooke Joanne Brummett. Robert Cage. Jada Ducat, cum laude. Carrington Rose Entringer, cum laude. Jackson Lee Fegan. Candy M. Flowers. Jacqueline Hope Folkers. Alexis Nicole Foster, cum laude. Elizabeth Griffin. Marcis L. Hausman, magna cum laude. Madeline R. Haig, cum laude. Drew Keller Hento. Caden Robert Hokie. Raina Hone. Gavin Holland. Mallory Ray Hull. Nathan Lawrence Ingalls, summa cum laude. Noah Allen Jewett. Rachel A. Kelderman, magna cum laude. Jael Cassidy Lundquist, summa cum laude. Melissa Gail Marceau. Alyssa Milbauer. Christopher Allen Moore, summa cum laude. Brianna Pierce Kleckis, cum laude. Tucker Miller Pell. Rosemarie Phillip, cum laude. Madison Lynn Roosh. Rachel Ann Rust. Amanda Lee Sandvig. Bailey May Schlotterbeck. Caitlin Michelle Slaba. Grace Caitlin Steinecke, magna cum laude. Olivia Trinity Steben, summa cum laude. Isaac Edward Swartwout. Cole Allen Celiason, summa cum laude. Tyler Tappy, magna cum laude. Emmanuel Ojamo Tor. Shelley A. Townley. Amy Uhair, summa cum laude. Cole James Urban. Sydney Ray Waldner, magna cum laude. Taylor Elise Wicks, magna cum laude. Olivia A. Wustewald. Would the candidates for the interdisciplinary majors baccalaureate degree come forward? Esther Nicole Engelman. Japjit Singh Gill. Ronnie Lee Ladding. Jessica L. Layton. Zachil Belen Lopez. Ryan Reese McDaniel. Cody Lyle Moore. Dalton Connor Nelson. Walker D. Olivier. Ariano Emo Vatusil Hula. Deontay Dwayne Randall, also associates. Would the candidates from the Beacom College in Computer Sciences associate degree come forward? Trayshawn McCree Roberts. Marcus D. Allen. Kyle Matthew Worth Anderson. Nathaniel Garrett Cherry. Amber Eloisa Flores. Jared Dane Mead. Melissa J. Phillips. Austin Ripp. Alex Michael Spencer. Richard A. Strom. Hunter Rendon Wade with high honor. Would the candidates from the College of Business and Information Systems associate degree come forward? Bailey Shea Bezdicek. Damian Geraldo Diaz. Aiden Francis Jungers. Tamilo A. Mayomi. Would the candidates for interdisciplinary majors associate degree come forward? Joshua Kenneth Marks. Prince Robertson. Levi A. Spears.
Okay. Will all of the graduates please rise? This is the formal piece. By the authority vested in me by the South Dakota Board of Regents, I hereby confer upon each of you the degree to which you're entitled with all the rights and privileges appertaining thereto. Members of this spring 2024 graduating class, we celebrate your accomplishments. You may now move your tassels from your right to your left. And go ahead, everyone, let it rip. There's one group present that we haven't recognized today. So would all the DSU alumni please stand and be recognized and give yourselves a round of applause. Loyal to Blue, go Trojans! You can sit down now. I have to say, today's graduates, you passed the test because usually the graduating class sits down and I ask for alumni to stand and they all stay seated and then I tell you you're really alumni now. So you are alumni and you passed the test. Well done. It's now my great pleasure to call upon Mr. Dave Gievert, representing your Dakota State Alumni Association, to welcome today's graduates as alumni of the university.
Thank you, Dr. Griffith. So as Dr. Griffith said, and as she recognized us, I am a proud Dakota State alumni. Happened to be a little over 40 years ago when I walked this same stage. And after graduating, I had to move away for a career, as many of you will do. And my career took me to several different places, but I maintained connections with friends, roommates, teammates. So, but what I felt was I wasn't really connected to Dakota State. I had moved away, I didn't make an effort, I had started a family, I wasn't coming back to campus, but I had my friend connections. So shortly after that, as Matt pointed out, I went through one of those career adjustments. Not willingly, not desired, but I had to look for a new job. I had to relocate. And by the grace of God, I was able to relocate and find a job over in Sioux Falls. And as fate would have it, that happened to be working for another classmate and fellow Dakota State alum at a company down there that's since become one of the very greatest successful companies in the state of South Dakota. His name may happen to be on a building or a college or two here, but again, those connections, they keep coming around. So once my career started blossoming, I thought, okay, now I'd always felt a desire or a yearning, but I then felt, all right, now I need to do something. I can't just participate. I can't just go to the company events. I need to really start giving back. I need to start helping. So my way of reconnecting with the campus and with Dakota State was I started coming to Dakota State events. I started coming back to homecoming and attending games periodically. It wasn't long after that and of course sharing an opinion or two while at some of these things, that I was asked to be on the Alumni Association. I welcomed that with open arms. I really wanted to reconnect, and I really wanted to foster a better alumni association at Dakota State. So back in that day, our connections were physical. We had a magazine, and we had campus and events. You are blessed with being able to have virtual or logical connections. You have them already with each other. Maintain those. What we need to do is move Dakota State forward and move you forward with keeping connected to Dakota State and moving the Alumni Association forward with meeting you where you are, where you want to meet. Because you're going to move on and you're going to move away like I did. And as Matt said, eventually you're going to go through career adjustments and changes also. But it wasn't long after that after being on the Alumni Association, I became president, past president, which got me onto the foundation, the Board of Trustees. And so that is currently where I reside, is a member, a willing participant for the Board of Trustees. So, but the passion never ends. You always want to feel you're giving back, you're pursuing something. You've got passions outside of work, you have yearnings. So mine was always make a difference, give back, volunteer, find your passion. I hope you already give back. I hope you already have a passion. I hope you volunteer, whatever it is. Find a way to give back to others. So it is my pleasure and honor to welcome you to the Dakota State Alumni Association. Stay connected, look for opportunities, and let us know where we can meet you. Congratulations, go Trojans.
Before we conclude, I'd like to thank those who work behind the scenes to make this happen. This runs smoothly because there's an army of people who work for several months. They meet regularly and everything happens. They make sure we all have the right robes, we all sit in the right place, you're all lined up the right way, the room is ready. Some are up in that booth over there, some are standing in the back on the side over there and over there. So please, let's give them a round of applause for helping us out. And I'd like to give a special thanks to our interpreter, Julie Palak. I don't believe you ever sit down, Julie, during our commencement, but thank you very, very much for being here. I'd like to ask that we all take just a couple of moments to savor this occasion. Graduates, or should I say new alumni, this is a significant milestone in your lives and in the launching of your careers on various trajectories of success. We don't know where your path will lead you as you leave Dakota State, but we do know that those paths will be wider and rich with greater success and experiences than had you never attended DSU. So as you leave, I challenge you to take with you the knowledge and wisdom that you've gained in your coursework and extracurricular activities. I challenge you also to stay in touch with the people who've been significant to you during this time. Those relationships will shape your lives in ways you may not see or understand, but they are important, and you need to continue to nurture them, if only from a distance. But most of all, I challenge you to fulfill the DSU mission and be lifelong learners, problem solvers, innovators, and leaders, so that you live lives of positive purpose and positive consequence. Families and friends, on behalf of the faculty, staff, and students of Dakota State University, I thank you for attending this commencement. To conclude, I ask that the entire audience rise for the singing of the Alma Mater by Campus Visit Coordinator Rose O'Brien. And after the singing, please remain in your seats until after the recessional, but just before Rose starts singing, Happy Mother's Day tomorrow to all the mothers in the room. Congratulations.
There's a college we Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question, but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind. Hang it on a shelf in good health